Into a Kickstarter. Now, many of you have been familiar with the recent trends of arts, performance and entertainment. One of them before COVID-19 that was an outbreak out there was silent disco. Silent disco is, you go into a location, everyone's given headsets, and you have like 2-3 DJs, and so you get to go to the DJ of your choice with your headphone selection, and you get to dance. Now, the amusement in all of this is how people are dancing, and you're supposed to figure out which song are you dancing to, so that you look for that channel and dance like that. But then when you get to the song and you see how someone is dancing, it's not starting. It's just, yeah. Anyway, that is how fantastic silent disco was. But we didn't know that there was something else that would come out of that. And it's called silent comedy. Yes, same concept, but with comedy. I do have a comedian this morning, Okelo, who's joining me to expound more on this whole silent comedy show. Good morning to you, Okelo.
Good morning.
How are you?
I am very excited to be here. You can see my face.
I can see a smile. So you are a comedian?
I am a comedian.
How did you join comedy?
I joined comedy because my friends kept telling me, please try. You're funny. When you're talking, you're funny. But I didn't ever envision that I would earn from comedy at one time. So I kept going to Centenary Park. I tried. And then one time I was called by Amara Daniel to Theatre La Bonita, and I had an amazing show. I was very excited.
Which year was that?
That was 2014.
Okay.
I was very excited, and then they paid me.
How much did they pay
I'm like,
you?
wow. 50,000, a lot of money.
That was a lot of money.
I was like, wow, they even pay for making people laugh. So I went back home, and now I started expounding more so that I could be more professional.
Okay. All right. So you're a comedian, and I want to give you a task.
Okay.
I want you to make me laugh.
I am not going to. When people meet soldiers, you don't tell a soldier to shoot you.
But the soldier when you meet to have a light moment. See, I'm the one making you laugh.
No,
yes.
I'm going to pay you after. I'm going to pay you after. Anyway, I think I've got an opportunity to tell people why my name is Okelo. People keep asking me, why do you have the same name twice? When I was born from an area whereby they gave names depending on your skin color. So there was already a gentleman who was too dark called Okelo. But when I was born, I was twice darker than this guy. My parents said, we are not going to go far. Let's just give him the same name twice. Okelo, dark. That's the name we have here today in the studio.
I have not laughed. Another one.
You have not paid.
Okay, so what happens at a silent comedy show?
Silent comedy show, first of all, it's an experience, actually. It's not just a show that you walk to, watch the show and walk home. It's an experience. You go through, if you've attended silent disco before, it's almost the same concept. You go to theater, at the entrance, they'll give you a headphone. Then you get into the theater, the comedian has theirs, and then there's a microphone which is coded to you. So, excuse me, when they perform, it is directly to you. If you're not so impressed, you can even put that headphone off and you'll watch them, but you won't get the audio. So that's what we mean by silent comedy.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. Where did you grasp this concept from? Because surely it's far-fetched.
Yeah.
It's not something that you'd find on any regular entertainment market. So where did you get this concept from?
I have a friend who is working in the UK. So he told me they used to have headphones, okay, not like the ones we have for silent disco comedy. They used to have headphones for conference and for meetings. And he told me, this thing has a high attention span. When somebody has that headphone, the attention span is high. And for comedy thrives on attention. I thought it would be wise if we also got something that had somebody's attention 100%. So 2018, that's when I got the idea, like, let me try. If it fails, you never know, but if it works, then we tried. Actually, very many people came through.
So your first show was in 2018?
2018,
and
yeah.
What was the turn-up?
The turn-up in 2018 was 400 people, the first show.
What was the marketing tool you used?
The marketing tool, social media only, just social media.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many sessions have you had since then?
Before COVID, we had 6, and the biggest one before actually COVID became the real COVID of sanitize, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We sat 850 people.
What was the venue for this?
Theatre La Bonita.
Theatre La Bonita.
Okay.
Okay.
Then now the next ones this year, we have had 2 so far. The last one was 29th of April.
And what was the turn-up then?
The turn-up was 417, around there, at National Theatre here.
And what has been Ugandans' response towards silent comedy?
What I know is Ugandans' response right now is too high to an extent that people threaten me. Somebody calls you and says, if I don't get my tickets, you will see. That is how I can gauge it.
How much does the ticket go for?
A ticket goes for 30,000 Ugandan shillings only. Yeah.
Okay, all right. And so, you know, of course, you being one of the comedians, you have mentioned another comedian. So who are those prominent comedians that you've had on your shows?
The show has had almost every cream for comedy in the country. We have had Salvador perform there. We have had Tichampamire perform. We have had Maulana and Rain. Oh, I'm forgetting myself. We have had Okelo perform. We have had Akita Agnes. We have had Cotilda Inapo, Kalera, Dr. Hilary, Optional Alan, Sundiata, a lot of comedians. The list is long. Yeah. The list is very long.
Okay. All right. Usually what happens for comedians is that they end up recycling content. So how do you ensure that every time you have a silent comedy show, the content is fresh?
We decided not to do a weekly show because when you do a weekly show, there is the temptation of saying, let me do this again. There is not enough time between a week for somebody to build content. So we always skip a month or 2, and then we come back bigger, better, and fresh. And also we focus. The idea of the platform is to always have very clean family shows. So we have, you notice that we have very clean content that comes on that stage. You can come with your family, you can come with your child. It's all clean content.
Okay. And so the child also gets to pay 30,000?
The child does not pay.
The child doesn't pay?
Yeah, the child, depending on the age, because you may just be short when you're not young.
I'm very short, by the way. I'm very short, so I can pass for a child. Just put the hair down and you are my child. Anyway, so Okelo, when is the next show? Because now I'm intrigued. Someone else is intrigued, saying, I think this is a plot we can try out.
It's not plot you can try out. It is a plot you should be at. The next show is actually today, luckily enough, at National Theatre, and I would strongly say that we are full downstairs. So we have only tickets for upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How can people access the tickets?
The tickets are at the box office at National Theatre as early as now. If you've just woken up and you're confused, you can first go to National Theatre, pick your ticket, then go back home and brush your teeth.
There's e-ticketing. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, we have a platform, though we are launching it to the next show. For now, we have been doing only physical ticketing, but now we are going to go online on my website at okelokelo.com.
All right, so who's on the lineup tonight?
The lineup tonight is, I wanted it to be a surprise.
Okay, just give me like 2.
Just 2.
Yeah.
Okay, we have Cotilda Inapo.
Okay.
And Uganda's best English comedian right now, Aliko, like they say, Aliko. Dr. Hilary is there.
Okay, all right, that's interesting. And then when it's done and dusted, where does this money go?
This money, my body does not show the money.
No, there's
You're
no
serious?
Maybe in the hair, maybe in the darkness.
Yeah, I've been saving to buy cream for myself. I've been saving to buy cream for myself. Also, my friends told me I should get married.
Oh.
Yeah, I should get married. Okay, why shouldn't you get married? They even created a drive to get for me a wife, but a brown wife, to be specific.
Okay, all right. And how far with that project?
The project, I think it's closed because they told me as of tonight there are prospects of people they should line up for. But also the cake is already secured from the previous show we served, so the cake is there. It's only the wife who is missing now.
Okay, all right. Okelo, what's the future of silent comedy shows?
The future of silent comedy shows is actually big. I see it going to other countries. I would gladly come back here after a month or 2 and I'm very confident to tell you that it is in another city, not in Kampala, because out of Kampala we have tested it in Gulu already. It worked perfectly.
How was the response in Gulu?
It's sold out. But even before.
Did you have to get local, comedians?
Occasionally.
Because you're looking at an audience that is, primarily people who stay in Gulu, who speak that kind of language of northern Uganda. Was that also influential in the lineup that
I speak 5 languages, so whenever I go, whether I come to Fort Porter, I'll fit. I speak 5 languages. I'm a Musoga, somehow I'm a Langi, I'm Anacholi, I'm a Muganda, so I am everything. But in most cases, when we take these shows outside Kampala, we go with other comedians from the city center who fit into that location, and we also use local comedians from that particular area.
Okay, all right. And your parting shots?
I would just want to let people know that the best thing in this city is going to happen tonight. So come to National Theatre, 7 p.m. I will be there personally, and also I love OD a lot, so if you come early, I would give you, I'm a farmer of OD, so you could get something. All right, so I am following him right now to get my OD. And then we'll see about the show later on at National Theatre. You pick up your ticket at the box office, 30,000 shillings only, and you get to kickstart your Friday on a laughing stomach. I remember last time I sat in National Theatre for a comedy show, I laughed so hard I actually rolled off my seat. I sat down, I laughed, I wanted the ground to swallow me, and laughed and laughed. In short, what I'm saying is that laughter is food to the soul. It's medicinal right now. In this whole economic crisis, pressures here and there, some laughter can go a long way in upping your mood and brightening up your thoughts and the direction. It gives you clarity at the end of the day. So if you are having a stressful day, if you've had a stressful week, trust you me, Okelo and friends, definitely the recommendation for you to enjoy this evening and wind down. Well, do stay with us, Morning at TV.